Hey guys, Iggy back again with Dragon Blogger. So you've seen me unbox the motherboard, you've seen me unbox the CPU, you've seen me put the CPU onto the motherboard and the RAM. Now for the big piece of the review, putting it into the Corsair Graphite Series 780T. With that, you guys know I love the color blue. They've included for me, so that you guys can see them, the SP120 with blue LEDs, two of them, and the SP140 with blue LEDs. Good stuff there. There are two in this box. I didn't realize that before. I thought, wow, these fans are thick, but makes sense. Good stuff from our friends at Corsair. So I'll be installing that sooner than later. So let's get to this guy. Let's open this up first. No, it doesn't have hydraulics. I just like that sound effect. Anyways, so the first thing we're going to want to install is the I/O shield. Goes right here. Alright, and here's the puppy. So you're typically going to want to have the audio ports at the bottom, USBs at the top. Back in the day it was the PS2 ports at the top, but I'm showing my age. So let's get putting this in. So we just pop it in here and push, push, push. They snap into place. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to get in than others, but either way, now it's in place. See it right here. Good to go. So now, let's go ahead and install the motherboard. Move all these cables out of the way. As you can see, motherboard's going to go here, 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 here. So good stuff. They have in here the greatest thing ever. It's like a reverse standoff, and I've already taken some pictures. You'll see them in the review. This way you don't need to have two hands to screw something in while you're holding the motherboard in place. You don't need to do that anymore. Corsair has thought of everything doing this. I'm just moving cable again. Another cable. I'll show you how that works. Here's the motherboard. Again, memory, CPU, heatsink, these two awesome fans, Asus is included. In here, again, you'll see that in my other unboxing and building videos. So with this little standoff, I align the board the way it should be against the back plate. You might need a little light because it's so difficult to see with the black on black. So I'm going to go ahead and use a flashlight on my cell phone so I could just put it down and forget about it. Alright, we align that in here. Alright, so now that's aligned. No magic, no hands, no screwing in there. It's good to go. Let me go ahead and turn this light off so you guys can see that. Alright. Alright. Just put some extra light on here. So cool, we're set there. Now, here's one of the main things you need the manual for. Find out what screws go where. So just look in here real quick. Motherboard screws. Alright, there'll be 10 in the bag. Alright, found them quick and easy. They included a bunch of screws and everything. I've taken a picture of that. So let's go ahead and screw them in. And last but not least, So good to go there. Now let's go ahead and install the opticals real quick. Thankfully the other side also has hydraulics. Again, I'm just kidding about the hydraulics. Alright. Super simple way to take these out. While it's in, reach your hand through the back, push this in, push it out, comes right out. They really thought about everything when they made this case, and honestly, from the two cases I've reviewed, they're both the same on that aspect. Pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and just slide in. Oh, let me show you guys how I do that. First optical, I just slide, oops, I gotta unlock it here, push it in, and it's unlocked. Pretty simple. Alright, so you can see here, I just push it in, alright, and it locks into place. Same for the top optical. Push it in. It's already pushed in. Slide it in, and it locks into place. Not going anywhere. Grab a Snickers. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so you see right here. You see right here, the opticals are in. They give you the option to screw them in, but we're not going to need to. They're in there secure. This is mostly for shipping purposes. You know, companies that might sell this motherboard, you know, will screw them in, because for shipping, God knows what can happen with these buttons, and you don't want things rattling around in there. So let's go back over here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and plug in these hard drives. They give you the opportunity right here. There's 3 hard drives. Right here is 3 hard drives on the bottom. They give you the opportunity to take this out if you don't need it. That way you have better airflow. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out and leave this one in. I only have 3 hard drives, or 3 mechanical hard drives. So I'm going to go ahead, unscrew this. And this. Alright, so back here is where you plug in the SSDs. An awesome idea. So just push this in, pull the bay out. Again, here goes the SSD. Just wanted to make sure that, taking out another one, and there is a third SSD. Alright, now after taking this screw, this is where it gets a little more fun. You gotta come around the front, push this in to take it off, and reveal the front 2 case fans. So in order to get to that drive bay back there to take it off, we're gonna have to unscrew these fans, or at least one of them. I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity, though, since I am undoing these fans, to go ahead and replace them and use the blue LED fans. You only need to undo the top one if you're removing the top bay, but since I will be replacing both fans, I'm going to go ahead and remove the bottom one as well. They twist them up nice so that you don't have to deal with a lot of cables, and luckily it slides off very easily. So opening up this package, it's got screws in here for the first fan and screws in here for the second fan. Very nice of them. But being that I'm installing into one of their cases, I already have the screws, so I'll save that for another time. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this into the hole where it was before. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and cheat since I'm going to do it later on anyway. So aside from having to look at the manual, to get you not to have to look at the manual, Asus listed right here, one of these holes is for the 140mm fans, and this hole is for the 120mm fan. Same here, 120, 140, and same all the way down. Also on the sides here, they have for the 200mm fans, or for the radiators, of course, for the liquid cooling. So, pretty nice feature there. These are 140s, so I'll go ahead and put them in the 140 slot. So power supply's in the bottom. I'm going to put the cable down here. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, we're done. Alright, and now let's go ahead and screw this bad boy on. Installs very easily. They did a good job with that. Just one or two little twists and it's in there. And now, since the main reason we're coming in here for is to get rid of this screw so that we can take out the hard drive bays, I'll take this screw out, set it aside for now, and then pop in the second fan. Again, since it's going in the bottom, I'll take advantage of these holes. Just going to slide it down here so it comes out of one hole instead of two separate holes, just for a little bit cleaner wiring. Alright, so that's done there. And I have taken off the, as you saw, the 3 SSD bays. And I'll put those back when it's time, so I can show you guys how it works. Alright, and now just slide this guy out. No more drives there, right? Alright, so now I'm going to take out all 3 of these because I am going to be placing hard drives in there. And in case you didn't see it, it slides in real easy. The way you take these guys out, just pull these 2 together lightly and pull out. Always remember to pull out. Alright, so now let me bring out the hard drives. Hard drive number 1. The way I put it in, see, it's got these little screws in there. They don't have any threading. They're just to slide in. When you slide it in, it'll lock in place. So then you'll notice on every hard drive, screw here, here, one here, but you won't use that for this, and same on the other side. So since I'm going to be cabling in the back of this, I'm going to be putting the SATA port and the SATA data power port in the back. So the way I put these in is I put this one in first, just so that the holes align, and then pull this out a little tiny bit. There you go, and it's locked into place. put it in, slide it in. You've just popped in one of your hard drives. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the other. Same process. It literally takes seconds. I love the the screwdriverless designs. I don't want to have to use a screwdriver unless I really have to. Hard drive number 2 installed. Last but not least, hard drive number 3. I use the mechanical hard drives for just data that I want stored for. So you always need at least one of these guys. Unless you're rich and have a terabyte SSD. Hint, hint, somebody send me one. And there you go. So those are put in. Now let me show you how to put in the SSDs. So as you saw previously, they go right here. With the aid of these little trays. So grab my first drive and I slide it in. That's it. That's in. So now I'm going to go ahead, so pop it in right here. And good to go right there. Let me show you how that works real quick. SSD again. You want to keep this on the outside so you can plug in a cable. Just slide it in. Simple, right? Let me show you how this works. If you'll notice, right here and right here, 2 little notches. You'll notice 2 little notches right here and right here. So we'll go ahead, put those 2 little pegs in there, and that's pretty much it. Good to go. Snaps into place. You're set. Now I could always put in this third one, but I don't have a third SSD and I just don't want it there, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one out. Alright, now let's go ahead and install the power supply. Easy enough. Put it down here, slide it back, put up these just for right now. 4 screws, so you guys can see. And last but not least, alright, we have that screwed in. So now, flip this guy around. So we're pretty much done with the hardware. We got the motherboard, power supply, 3 hard drives here, 2 opticals up here, 2 SSDs back here. So now, I know we have the video cards, but we're going to leave that for last because of cabling. And obviously you guys will see that. So let's go ahead and work with cabling.